Hello everyone. Today I'm going to demonstrate LAB19, which is basically LAB5 according to the addendum. And the LAB19 is installing and configuring Active Directory certificate services. So for this assignment, we need RWDC1 machine and Server01 machine. And there are total 5 exercises: installing an enterprise certificate authority, installing subordinate certificate services server, configuring certified revocation list distribution, which is basically CRL in short form, installing the online responder role, performing a CA backup. So in the first exercise, we will be installing an enterprise certificate authority on RWDC1 machine using add roles and features inside the manage menu. I've already done it, but let me walk you through the process. So we will be changing the cryptography CA. On the cryptography CA page, we will be changing the key length to 4096. The default will be 2048. The default CA name would be the domain, the PC, the unique ID which I used, and CA. The validity period will be 5 years by default, and the location would be this. As you can see, this is my RWDC machine dash 128, which is my unique ID, and the Active Directory certificate services is configured successfully. It's also installed. We can check the installation by going on Tools, clicking on Certification Authority, and as you can see, this is installed successfully. Moving ahead to the next exercise, 19.2, which is installing subordinate certificate services on the Server01 machine. So I have already installed it, but let me walk you through the steps. So the Server1 machine, we need to log in using Asanic ID/administration. Then we'll go to add roles and features inside manage menu, and then do this procedure to install certificate services. There's a change. Here we will select computer name, and then we'll find our root computer, which is RWDC. Then we will configure it. As you can see, this is my Server01 machine, and I have already configured and installed certification authority successfully. Let's close this. Close. We can check it through Tools, Certification Authority, and you can see the Server01 CA certification authority is successfully installed. Moving ahead to the next exercise of this lab, configuring certified revocation list CRL. So in this exercise, we will be configuring a new CRL distribution point by going inside the certificate authority on our Server01 machine. So basically, first to check the CRL, we can go to properties and see the CRL publication interval over here. So it's 1 week, and for the delta publication interval, it's only 1 day. Next, we will go inside the certificate authority extensions, and we want to remove this one over here, which says HTTP server DNS name cert enroll, and we can add back it later by using add button, simply typing HTTP colon slash slash and just adding the attributes that we want to add from here. For example, like this. So later we'll just click OK, hit apply, and wait for the service to restart, and it will reappear here again. In exercise 19.4, we will be installing the online responder on Server01 machine using add roles and features. So as you can see, I have already installed the online responder management, and by default it also installed the IIS. I didn't change it because I didn't want to change the lab settings. The next step we have to do after installing online responder is to configure. As you can see, I have already configured it. The very next step is to go inside the properties and add an entry inside AIA. This is AIA inside the properties of my server 1 certificate authority. As you can see, I've already added the server DNS name OSCP over here. Let's click OK. Now the next step in this lab is including the online certificate status protocol extension. Okay, this is done. The next step will be uh, installing a template. So to install the template, we'll come inside the certificate authority, tool certificate authority. If we drag this down, there is a certificate template over here. As you can see, I've added OCSP response signing already by going inside new certificate template to issue. We can use this manage to add the certificate template. So this is added. Next step for this lab is to go inside the online responder management and add revocation configuration. We'll go inside tools, online responder management. We can add revocation configuration through here, but as you can see, I've already configured it and added the online responder and it's working. Moving on to the last exercise of this lab, which is performing a CA backup. So we need to perform a CA backup on server 1 by going to the certificate authority. So we'll click on tools, certification authority. Once it's loaded, we will go to server, go to all tasks and click on backup CA. As you can see, you can create a backup. Also select two of the items as you wish. For example, private key and CA certificate or certificate database and certificate database log. For our lab, we will create both and browse the location from here where we want to save. I've already created a backup. Let's go to File Explorer. It's in my C drive and I've named this folder back. As you can see, there's a database over here and also my certificate authority. So this was my Lab 19 video demonstration. Thank you.